All right, hello guys. I want to show you this McLaren that we just finished. This is the 750S. This car came in to get a full paint protection film on the whole vehicle. This is a supercar you don't see a lot on the streets. This is different than some of the other base McLarens. This is one of their higher end McLarens that they make. You could tell by the fins that they have right here on the doors. There's a vent that follows all the way from like the hood through the doors all the way to the engine bay to keep the engine cool. And this is for a customer of ours. He's been here a couple times. This is gonna be probably the third or fourth car we've done for him. And on this one, he wanted to protect the vehicle, but also wanted to give it a different look. So what we did, instead of doing a clear paint protection film, we used Expel Stealth on all the painted areas. So everything you see that's gray on this vehicle has been protected with Expel Stealth. And in that film, it's an 8mm film that will protect it against rock chips, minor scratches and swirls. Now, this car was extremely difficult. It took us roughly about a week and a half to complete. Everything from the bumper, fenders, doors. The doors were really difficult. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, like 7 pieces to complete the doors. You know, we had to do the fins in one part. The door goes all the way down since these doors go up. Let me show you. These doors go all the way up. So you got this whole part underneath. We also did the back side of it, the inside where you can't even see, but we still want to make sure that was done. All the carbon fiber on this vehicle has also been protected with a clear Expel paint protection film. The roof, we kept the original black color, but we protected it with a clear paint protection film. Mirrors, all the housing around the headlights, everything you see on this vehicle has been protected. A car like this, you know, costs a lot of money. You don't see a lot of these vehicles around, and this guy, he's the second owner of this vehicle. I'm surprised that whoever bought it first didn't protect it. He had some minor rock chips on the hood, and a car like this is going to run you, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure, you know, it's going to be around $400,000. So not spending a couple thousand to protect this vehicle, it's crazy. You know, people protect their phones with clear protectors, but yet you got a car like this that, you know, it's gonna hold their value for a long time. This is a car that you don't take out very often. It's gonna be a car that, you know, you take out to go to dinner, you go to Cars and Coffee, you ride on the weekends. But typically these cars are gonna be, you know, in garage, kept, you know, stored. And you know, these cars you don't want to put a lot of miles because they start, you know, devaluating. So yeah, we did everything on this vehicle. And one thing that, you know, that I do, you know, the guys did a phenomenal job doing everything. And typically what I'll do is, like, I'll cut out all the pieces for them, get it ready for them. We discuss a game plan of how we're going to do certain parts, like the bumper right here. This is an extremely difficult bumper. It's got a lot of contours. It goes in probably about a foot. I could probably put my whole arm in there right now. And so we had to do that in a 2-piece. Another thing I want to point out is that, again, a car like this, a windshield for this vehicle, I'm not sure, but I've heard, you know, they cost anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000, maybe even $10,000. So you want to protect that as well, right? And what we did, we also put a front windshield protection film, which is similar to the paint protection film. The only difference is that for these, you can't just put the same film that we do on the front on the paint. Since you're driving with these vehicles, you want to make sure you see through. So if you put the same film on the windshields, the adhesive is actually going to be a little blurry. So we use a specific film made for windshields that goes on the windshield, and it has the same properties. You know, it will protect you against rock chips. But the biggest difference is that it's optically clear. So when you are inside the vehicle looking out, you won't see any haze, any adhesive, or any warp lines. So another thing I want to just point out is that a lot of times customers call us and they'll ask, like, hey, how much is it to wrap a 2-door car? You know, we like to ask, you know, what kind of vehicle is it? Because, you know, every car is different, right? And sometimes we get customers that'll say, whoa, why does it matter? It's a 2-door car. You know, what's the price for a 2-door car? And it matters a lot because a vehicle like this took us, like I said, a week and a half to complete. We used the whole full roll of Stealth plus a half a roll of gloss to cover all the diffuser, the bumper, all the carbon fiber pieces. Everything you see on this vehicle is protected. And it's not that we're trying to be you know, smart or anything. You know, when we ask about what kind of vehicle, it's because every vehicle is different, right? If we were to break a mirror on this car, you're probably looking around $10,000. You know, they don't have these mirrors just laying around. All specifically for this vehicle, you know, you can't just call the McLaren dealer, hey, give me a mirror for the right-hand side of a 750. You know, most likely they're gonna have to order it. Might come from, you know, overseas. And we just try to get as much information, because obviously a car like this is going to take a lot more film, a lot more time, and more care. Not that we don't care for the vehicles, but we're going to be a lot more careful when we do anything like this, you know, especially like the mirror. We don't want to scratch that. And it obviously it's going to cost more money than doing like your, you know, average Honda Fit, right, or something like that. So if you guys got questions, would like to get more information, unwrapping your car, Supercar, or any other car, Tesla, Cybertruck, give us a call at 714-987-3676 or visit us at OC Wraps. Thank you.